Hello, people. How are y'all doing? I'm coming at you on Friday, the 9th of July. My birthday was Wednesday, but it's almost like it's still my birthday. I get up this morning and I'm still receiving belated birthday wishes. Probably a couple thousand by now, which is just kind of mind blowing. Also, kind of interesting. I made a comment that my my friends list is always full, and there's always a waiting list. And the last 2 days I get up, someone has left, which is fine. It's like, yeah, there's folks waiting. So why, for whatever reason you left, goodbye. So let me try to tell you about the saga of Higgs Corner. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that I could just upload the episodes here on my channel. I suppose I was thinking for the longest that there might be some legalities with Adult Swim, but I'm free to share this stuff. So let me tell you how Higgs Corner came about and the whole deal, because your response is very positive. And of course, the first thing everybody says is they want more. Well, you need to understand that that was a production through Adult Swim down in Athens, Georgia. That's where Adult Swim is headquartered. It's all through music. The connection, my connection with the people down in Atlanta, is musical. And I'm gonna show a record by the band Coyote Bones. You never heard of them, have you? Or have any of you? Let me know if some of you actually have heard of Coyote Bones. David Matesiak was the main guy behind Coyote Bones. He was in a band before that called Jet by Day. But David is from Athens, but he ended up coming up to Omaha, I think in the 2000s, following his friend Dereck Presnell. Dereck Presnell came to Omaha, and he's the guy that started the band Tilly and the Wall, and after Tilly and the Wall, the band Icky Blossoms. Actually, quite a few people from Atlanta and the Athens, Georgia area migrated to Omaha back in the 90s. I think Connor Oberst and Saddle Creek success had something to do with it, okay? Anyway, David Matesiak and I were very good friends. He moved back to Atlanta. While he was in town here, he talked and mused a lot about how he was trying to get into television. And he and my friend Nick Fackler, they would sit here at my house, out in the living room, and we'd be hanging out listening to music, and they would be hatching these ideas of shows and stuff and how to float them. And they did. They actually went out to LA. They went to MTV. They went to several studios, floating ideas. Actually got in the door of these studios. Nothing happened right away. But when David moved back to Atlanta, he scored a job at Adult Swim on the production team. Okay. And then he ended up involved with the show Stupid Morning Bullshit. Remember that show? And about 5 years ago, he got a hold of me and asked if I would be willing to add some content to the show. The Stupid Morning Bullshit show was a takeoff on something like Good Morning America. So they talk about current events and music and entertainment, and they would review records. And he had the idea, well, let's get Higgins involved by having him do review some old music, The kids on the show are always talking about new music. Let's have Higgins do Old Music Friday. So I started doing these 1-minute segments called Old Music Friday for Stupid Morning Bullshit on Adult Swim. And they paid. It was a paid job. It was a lifesaver because it happened at a time when I was at loose ends. I wasn't working and I was kind of struggling. Well, the 1 minute segments ended up becoming very popular on the show. So excuse me, I don't know if it was David's idea or if it was Sally's idea, the host of the show, to do a special, a Higgins special, not just a minute, but a longer segment. Actually, no, it was David was suggesting we try and put together a half-hour, what you call a spec or a pilot, to present to Adult Swim to see if they might be interested in expanding my involvement. So a couple of years ago, we did a pilot, a half-hour pilot called Higgs Corner. That was David's idea to call it Higgs Corner, Higgins Corner. That wasn't my idea, it was his. So we did the pilot, had Todd and Arenda Fink were guests for the first one. And the Adult Swim showed interest, okay, they did. Okay, but here's the deal. So things were rolling along, and at the end of 2019, David gets a hold of me and says, "We want to come up and do some shooting to put together some Higgs Corners, and we're trying to get the ball rolling." So what I'm trying to explain is that the Higgs Corner show that I showed, and I have 2 more that I can show. There's only 3 episodes. 2 episodes and the pilot. We all got paid to do that. It was work. And so the deal is, David got hold of me and said, we want to come up from Atlanta and shoot for Higgs Corner. And so, very exciting. So that happened at the beginning of 2020. It happened. They came here in February, and we shot enough for a couple of shows. It was really fun. Sally came up and a crew, a camera and sound crew, came to Omaha to shoot Higgs Corner. Okay, it's not just me. Okay, I can't just make Higgs Corner. It's a production. So money was spent. Okay. They were paid, I was paid, and things were rolling along, and then COVID hit. The pandemic hit. Really unfortunate because, as you know, a lot of people lost their jobs, and a couple of my friends at Adult Swim lost their jobs. And so we were just able to get the 2 episodes of Higgs Corner that they came to Omaha to shoot. We were able to get those aired. I haven't checked. I think Stupid Morning Bullshit is gone as a show altogether. So that's so there's only 2 more that I can show, and I really like your response, folks, but it's like those shows cost money to make, and I'd love to do more. And my crew would love to do more, I was just talking to David on my birthday, and he says he's still trying to cook up some kind of idea to make Higgs Corner happen again somehow. I appreciate it, but it's going to cost money. All that post-production was done in Omaha and in Atlanta. So it was a wonderful experience, and it was exciting, and the whole idea that I might end up with my own show was also exciting. I guess the idea is not completely dead, but I wanted to explain to you folks who are already asking for more. This is why you can't have any more until somebody... look at the content of the show. It's positive. It's not negative, shitty clickbait. As you know, the dumber something is, the more views it gets, the more clickable it is, and the more money will be thrown at it. And that's not what I'm about. I'm just me. Matter of fact, actually, at the beginning of the whole deal, the folks down at Adult Swim tried to float the idea of writing some lines for me for the show. You can't write for me. How are you going to write for me? How are you going to tell me how to be me? So we tried it on a couple of promos where they gave me some copy. And I think I did it 1 or 2 by script, and I just said, fuck this. It's like, this. You can't fake me being me. I'm going to be me, okay? You can't do me better. Well, you can't. So that's what's up with Higgs Corner. I'm going to upload the episode number 3 next week, and then the following week I'll upload the pilot here on my channel so you can see all 3 of the Higgs Corner episodes. I don't know if they're still available on Adult Swim in archives. They probably are. I'd love to do the show. So now you see, here I'm at home. I'm just talking to you. This isn't plotted, planned. I'm at home. This is part of my life, okay? This is no show, even though it is, because my content, what I have to say is strong. So I know that some people see what I do as a show. But this is my life, okay? Higgs Corner was a show. I'd love to do it, okay? I have records that I can show. I'll get to it in another video, okay? But that's the saga of Higgs Corner. And I'm not really putting any energy into it, literally trying to make it happen again. But I'm all for any sort of effort that can arise to make Higgs Corner come back. Because my crew has to get paid, and I have to get paid. I'd love to do it.